Alright, this week on the Friday free game feature, we have Princess Remedy in a World of Hurt. It is an adventure game with a very retro feel. You must ascend to Hurtland and build your skill, then see Prince Hengst in the royal castle. So what do we just go off the platform? Whee! Very classic style. Wow, this reminds me of like the old Ultimas, or maybe even like Dragon Warrior from the NES. I guess I'm sick. Oh. So you just auto-shoot, and you fight these guys? Okay. Reminds me a little bit of Legend of Zelda. Got a heart, healing complete. Thanks, I guess I wasn't sick after all. So that must have been, that's how fights work, apparently. I game jammed for 4 days straight. That's another thing, this game was made in, I think, about 4 days for a game jam thing, so that's kind of cool. Thanks, now I'm all better. Hey, we just cured somebody from death. We're pretty good at this. If there's one thing about this game I think I would rather they did, I think I would make this a twin-stick shooter. What was that? Is that like a barrier? Oh, okay. So they're checkpoints, essentially. You have to get past that. Gotcha. So I guess now we can open that and go through a portal. Warp room. Welcome to Warp Zone. Burn Town. Burninade in the countryside. Oh, this guy doesn't look very good. Everyone in this town has such sharp tongues. Now I'm suffering from sick burns. And we're shooting pills now. That looks familiar. It's a charming game, you know? It's got a retro feel, but it's got some new school mentalities to it. This game, so far, has had a pretty linear progression, too. Very smooth. Look at that face. So just kind of meh. Statues of meh. See, a very simple, in a way, kind of game. Very enjoyable playstyle. Black hole. Well, that seems like a great idea. Just walked into the black hole. Theme for this game is very interesting. It kind of reminds me, in a strange way, of Dr. Mario. Dislocated my shoulder. Moon Bunny. Uh-oh, we got some new enemies here. Ow. Go away. Go away. Oh. Got wrecked. So you just get to do it again? Well, that's kind of cool. Can we get to that? Is that anything? Moon Garden Secret. Aha. Jealous chest. You've opened others before me. Okay. Fine, be that way, you jerk. There's an asteroid? An asteroid. Idle. We were out sailing when our raft crashed. Idle and Tipsy, those are in other games. I remember them from... what was that card game that they made? I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I guess there's like a role-playing game too. Art. Another flask. Nice. We got you, flask. Oh, that reminds me a lot of like Zelda, the little hands. Spooky, spooky skeletons. Hi, Mr. Fish. Oh, seal. Seal of quantity. I have all sorts of things wrong with me. Yes, he does. It's the mixed bag room there. Reminds me of one of those roguelike dungeon rooms where you find everything. Sigh, nobody can cure what ails me. You see, I suffer from everything. Fear, skull pain, slimy tears, stub toe, runny nose, nightmares, chronic hype, fear of birds, apathy, and a voice in my head with a very large ego. Healer, do you honestly believe you can cure me? Healing mode. Whoa, look at this. Boss fight. Next level. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa. Ow. Okay, we did it. towards the top. Ooh, okay. Working our way up. Now what? Rage, loss, sorrow. Can they really be healed? The pain lets us know we are alive. Your healing is not needed in this world. We're out of flasks. Did we get him? Think we got him? Pow! Healing complete. Princess Remedy, I'm hereby bestow upon you the right to be the Queen of Herdland. Alright. But indeed, you may marry anyone you want, and they'll rule the kingdom with you. Simply speak to someone who is healed. Okay. So I guess we'll marry the prince. I guess we could marry anyone, but why not the prince, right? And so Remedy became Queen of Healland. Yep. She and Prince Hengst ruled justly, and they lived happily ever after. Prince Hengst is now a good time to tell you that I laugh like something. Completion 85%. By Daniel Ramar Anton. There you go. That's the game. Push button to replay. Very interesting title. Very small, short type of a game. It obviously has some replayability. A very smooth progression. It's not necessarily... It's a somewhat linear game. But remember, it was made in a very short amount of time during a game jam. But the playstyle reminds me of a mix of some of your classic games, like a Legend of Zelda. It's not quite a twin-stick shooter, it's more of just a single shooter. But towards the end, it's actually, kind of like a bullet hell type of game, where you have to dodge a lot of projectiles. All in all, pretty neat little game.